What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Vince Rashad, aka the Truth Terrorist 2. And today we're going to talk about, I wanted to talk real quick about the psychological anatomy of an Instagram hoe, or Instagram thought, the word you want to use. Needless to say, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, social media in general has been overran with hoes. There are hoes to the left, hoes to the right, hoes up above you, hoes beneath you. There are hoes in every single cyber direction you can think of. They are booty clapping, butt slapping, titty clapping. They got their titties exposed, asses exposed, legs, hips. Don't even get me started on Tumblr. You know, you can get fully nude on Tumblr. They've got websites, porn pages, like free porn sites, just everywhere, all over the place. And what are they doing? Now, I'll tell you this. The average girl, female, black female specifically, on Instagram is just the average everyday cashier, shelf stalker, or maybe she cleans old man's asses, or old people, takes care of old people, like home health care aide or something like that. These are really average girls. They are in your workplace. They are in your church. They're walking up and down the streets. They're in the mall. They're at the sporting events. Many of them are even teaching your children. And with the goddess worship that is going on in America, in this gynocentric society, a man, especially a man raised in a single mother home, is reduced down to nothing but his biology. The typical single mother literally teaches the average boy in the black community is taught nothing. A mother, it was not women who came up with the terminology, the birds and the bees, or learning about the birds and the bees. That's a male thing. So these men are just basically pursuers of sex. Women, they don't have any structured way in which they go after a woman, or in which they are socially set up and designed to not over pursue women, to not pump their heads up, to not feed into the open polyandry that is the black community. And that's what the black community is. We often say matriarchy, but the truth is that it's just an open polyandry. Needless to say, a woman can't stack up two men in the same house. As one woman told me, good luck at trying to get them to stop fighting over the PlayStation controller. But the reality is that these Instagram thoughts are looking for one thing, and that's money. Now, I'll straight up tell you this. This is what they do, because I once knew an Instagram thought. And I, sat back and watched how she moved and grooved online. And I said to myself, I'm going to make a video about this one day. Because basically her inbox, as you can expect, big titty, big booty woman, her inbox is just overran. I mean, just overran. And I have no idea why guys, you should know that these women, these Instagram thoughts, these Instagram hoes are prostitutes, bro. Or they're prostituting. A female who is prostituting, and especially any black American woman who is about 25 years or older, specifically about 27 or older, has probably seen so many dicks that, I have no idea why you're emailing these women pictures of your dicks. That woman has seen so much dick. There's nothing unique about your dick, bro. And she ain't gonna send you back a wow picture. The typical female has probably received so many dick pictures, or has just at some point in time on her free organic own self just looked up dick pictures, So you get the basic silly nigga who tries to see if he can email her his dick picture, a hoe, a prostitute. That's like taking the flower man out, that's like taking the flower delivery guy to the goddamn, the city garden. This man lives in a botanical garden somewhere in town and delivers flowers nurtures flowers and take care of flowers. Why would you take the flower delivery guy out to the city botanical garden? Good Lord, man. He sees that all the time. You're not impressing him. But what these women are looking for is money. And they look for the thirstiest of the thirsty, needless to say. But not just the thirstiest of the thirstiest of the thirsty who is a trick and who is willing to pay top dollar. Like I top dollar for that ass. And like I said before, in one video I did quite a while ago, the sperm or the nuts of a man is always producing sperm. Your prostate is always producing semen. So the man is always ready to have sex. As you get a little bit older, your libido levels go down and you don't have sex as much. But for the most part, most men will take sex from a woman he's generally attracted to. And many men will just fuck damn near anything. And they play to this. They play to it with the showing of butt cheeks and titties and, the sexy walk video. They walk around with, many of these women have 100,000 selfies. She's got her breast, her butt, her hips, 1,000 face pictures. She's taking pictures in front of a swimming pool, in front of a hotel, etc. But a tropical resort. And this is often what they look for. The first thing that I'll straight up tell you that the average black Instagram thought does is that she goes through her inbox messages. This Instagram thought who I knew, and she straight up looks for, number one, white dudes. But what they very specifically look for is actually Arabs. That's like an underground little thing that, you may not hear talked about too much, but it goes on amongst the Instagram thoughts. Which is why that little boat party video that TBA did on the black woman who didn't have no game, that's why that didn't surprise me much. They look for Arabs. Because Arabs like to be surrounded by a lot of women, and they willing to pay quite a bit of that oil money they got. And that corner store money they got that you niggas are taking down there to them. But the reality is that they go through these profiles. When these guys message them and they look at the profiles, they look to see if they can find anything special. Does he have an expensive car, a motorcycle? Or does the profile generally display the insides of a house or an apartment or somewhere that looks like it costs some money? Is he a guy showing off his vanity and luxury? That's what they look for, number one. Because these guys easily can fly them across the country, like it ain't nothing. Recently there was a report revealed that the average black family, that's if you have a man and a woman in the house, the average black family would have to work 225 years to make the same thing that the average white family make. So if your family would have began working during slavery, which was 116 plus 5, 151 years ago, they would still have 75 years to work before they made the amount of money that one white family makes. So it's nothing for a lot of these white dudes to, throw some little black girl $1,000, a couple $1,000, fly her across the country, maybe even fly her to Paris. I mean, it's just a matter of when can he make time. I mean, it's nothing. Even the average poor white dude living in a trailer park probably makes between $7,000 and $10,000 more than you. He lives in a trailer park, but hey, his F-150 is paid for. And he's got access to quite a bit more wealth and resources than you. So, this is who these Instagram thoughts look for. And for the most part, if you're just a black dude, they ain't really checking for you. You got to display massive amounts of money. And I'll straight up tell you the way that a lot of these brothers, even when they have the money to pay for these hoes who shouldn't be getting a dime, even when they have the money, these dudes have to take pictures of their money and send, these women copies of check stubs and just taking large pictures of large amounts of money laid out on the bed or on a table or something.